Alright, so what's up everyone? Warzone 2 is just over the horizon, coming in on November 16, or if you're a Southeast Asian monkey like me, it's gonna be dropping in at around November 17 our time. I've been playing a lot of Modern Warfare 2 lately and I'm hella excited for both Season 1 of Modern Warfare 2 and the BR dynamics that Warzone 2.0 is gonna bring. So let's kick it off with the 6 things that you need to know with the release of Warzone 2.0. First, I urge you to drop a like on the video. That is, if you like the content, and to drop a sub once again. That is, if you like the content. And if you don't, well, that's kind of awkward. But either way, let's proceed with the actual first talking point of the video, which is the download size of Warzone 2.0 and /or Modern Warfare 2. So I know and I clearly remember how bad the storage was for the first Warzone. Like, it was consuming up practically half or a quarter of majority of the people's storage. And if I'm from the Philippines and hardware here is kind of a little expensive, yeah, I felt that. I really felt that. And hopefully by now they've changed the process of how they're gonna be moving forward. And as I check right now with my Modern Warfare 2's install, which now includes Warzone 2.0 as well. And considering that every time I check or I click on the preload on Steam, it also just opens up the MW2 executable. Right now it's sitting at 65 gigabytes. And I know for sure that that's gonna be growing in size with cosmetics and map changes and whatnot. But considering that Warzone 2 is sharing a lot of the assets from MW2, it's safe to say, at least on the PC, that it doesn't look like it's gonna be hitting triple-digit consumption anytime soon. And then up next, let's talk about the map and the zone changes. On the first Warzone, we had the Verdansk, for the most part at least. It was like an Eastern European themed map with a cold atmosphere and a dull weather system. This time we're kicking things off warm with Al Mazrah, a Middle Eastern themed map. Once again, it has like the vertical variation. You have your skyscrapers, your mountains, and your grappling, whatever ascension device. But new to Warzone is that there's gonna be like aquatic areas, there's gonna be petrol stations, strongholds, and black sites, which we're gonna discuss on the next talking points. And other than the new map, we're also gonna be having like a new zone slash circle slash gas or whatever you call it, a new zinc shrinking mechanic for it. Whereas instead of like your single zone being shrunk every 5 minutes or so, it now has a random possibility of being divided up to 3 smaller circles that will then be combined into one final zone. With this new mechanic, you're gonna be forced a little more into CQB, and it was even highlighted on a Call of Duty blog post that cross-circle sniping is gonna be a thing. So if you have a line of sight, say you're on a higher ground circle, you can pick combatants off on another circle, and your bullets are gonna pass through, and you're more than welcome to knock them out. That is if you can like land your shots. As for the player counts on the new map, it's been said on the beta 2.0 is that it's gonna be releasing with up to 150 players on the queue, and now there's 2 possible reasons for that. Either Al Mazrah is just absolutely freaking massive of a map, requiring 150 players to adequately populate it, or Call of Duty devs are just a bunch of deranged chaotic bros that want to see absolute carnage and anarchy on the entirety of the match. And if you've been following like other Call of Duty media, there's also news of AI bots being introduced. But from the most recent playtest, it looks like the bots have been almost completely trimmed out of the map, with the exception of strongholds and black sites. Now these are gonna be several in areas, and you can think of it as a hot drop of sort, where the good loot are and where a lot of the bounties are quite possibly gonna lead you to. Now these areas are gonna be filled with AI enemies, most of them being armored, and there's even word that black sites are gonna have insane bullet sponge juggernaut bosses. And believe me, I think that's gonna be hella challenging considering like the spec op missions that we get from MW2. These bots are not your pushover AI that you'll just farm on the sideline. Your gunshots are still gonna be compass, and you are still gonna show up on the kill feed. So while you're taking out a stronghold, while you're dumping your ammo reserves on these AIs, be sure to expect any third party that's gonna be like trying to like easily pick you off while you're distracted. But after cleaning this up, you'll be rewarded by good loot, good cash for buy station, and your loadout of choice, because they changed out how loadout works in Warzone 2. Now loadout drops are now universal, so it's not gonna be like predetermined for just your team, just for your specific team. Everyone can now get it, and everyone will be trying to like thirst it. People are gonna be camping, people are gonna be setting up ambush points, and you're gonna have a lot of crossfires within these loadouts, which I find to be exciting. And you can no longer even buy your own specific loadout, like your loadout drops from the buy stations. You can buy guns, like guns that you've set up. You can buy equipment. You can buy revives, but you cannot buy your entire loadout. And speaking of dead teammates, the Gulag has also been reworked. You can still play it like 2v2, may the best shooter win and get sent back, get redeployed. Or you can take advantage of the new proximity chat, that there's now an opportunity for you to team up with your opponents to instead eliminate the AI boss, which then just goes to show how beefed up these AI enemies are. Now you can backstab your enemies and they can backstab you too, so do with it as you will and see what works best for you, especially if you're like a particularly confident shooter, unlike me. And that's gonna be it for majority of our pre-release Warzone talk. I'll see you guys on Al Mazrah. I regularly stream Modern Warfare 2 and Overwatch on my Twitch, and with Warzone 2.0 coming out, expect to see me streaming it quite possibly even now as you're watching the video. So I'll see you guys there. This has been Echo. Echo Do It. Peace out, yo.